When we step forward, we are going with our hips. When we step back, we are going with our shoulder blades. So we're gonna rebend, we're gonna step forward as if you were stepping over something. Hold your leg for 2, tap, hold with your leg for 2, come up, rebend, and go back. Hold for 2, tap, hold for 2, come up, bend, and again. 1, 2, tap, 3, 4, up, bend, 1, 2, tap, 3, 4, up, bend, and again. 2, 3, 4, up, bend, 1, 2, 3. Before we go to the other side, let's sit down in front of the camera and let's try to organize our arms a little bit, because all of your arms are a little different. So floor, you have the floor you're sitting on. Pick your arms up, place them parallel with the floor. Yeah, you see right now, we have a nice line. Our shoulders, arms, and hands, all on the same level. That's what needs to happen when we do those exercises. I know we are focusing on our legs, but try not to ignore your arms position. Let's switch around, let's go the other way. And bend, and 1, 2, tap, 3, 4, up, bend, shoulder blades guide you when you step back. 1, 2, tap, 3, 4, up, bend, 1, 2, tap, 3, 4, up, bend, 1, 2, keep going, 3. Now, we're gonna stand on the same spot, we're not gonna go anywhere, we're just gonna do taps. So we're gonna do 10 times, we tap, hold for 2, tap, hold for 2, tap, hold for 2. What I need you to focus on, it's not letting your hips out. Keep your hips right over your feet, right? So hips and your heels. So your butt and your heel should be on the same level, as if you were standing against the wall, yeah? Then you get your leg out, you turn it out, it's slightly to the side, so it's not directly behind you, it's slightly to the side. And then from there, we're gonna go 1, 2, tap, 3, 4, 10 times, tap, 1, 2, tap, 3, 4, very nice, 1, 2, tap, 5 more, 3, 4, tap, 1, 2, tap, 3, 4, tap, 1, 2, tap, 3, 4, tap. Very good. You do not want to drop your leg, let it stick to the floor, and then bring it back up slowly. You want to do it just like piqué in the ballet, when we touch and it flies up, touch and it flies up, as if your leg was a springboard, right? Let's go the other way. Arms, bend, leg out, and go 1, 2, tap, 3, 4, tap, 1, 2, tap, 3, 4, tap, 1, 2, tap, 3, 4, very good. If you turn your leg in, you see what happens with your hip? In order for that hip get in, the only thing you can do is to lift the other hip, which means turning your leg out, right? So focus on that. You want to feel how your three-legs hip is always open, right? Now, we're going to take our leg through. So we're going to do 1, 2, tap, 3, 4, come up, bring your leg in front, tap, 3, 4, come up. When your leg is behind you, it's turned out. When your leg goes through, it turns in, gets itself parallel with the other foot, and then that's the way it gets out. So it stays parallel with the other foot. You do not want that for the purpose of this exercise. You just want to make sure that that hip stays in. But at the same time, don't go too far in. So you don't want to be pigeon-toed when your leg is in front. Just parallel with the other foot, okay? And we can do it 5 times. So we can do 1, 2, tap, up, 1, 2, tap, that's 1. So bend, arms out to the side, get your leg out, and 1, 2, tap, 3, 4, up. 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 Very nice. 1, turn your leg out, tap, 3, 4, leg in. And whenever you skate, I know when you want to focus on where you're going and there are directions and edges and all of that, but you want to monitor your structure. So you want to go from your head down and constantly think, where are my shoulders? Where are my arms? Where is my leg? Where are my hips? Because at the end of the day, if the structure is there, if that alignment of your upper body and lower body is there, your blade gonna respond much easier than if your hips are out or your arms are down or your shoulder blades are disconnected, okay? So one more exercise with a bar. We're gonna hold to our chairs or walls with both hands. We're gonna get our leg out. We're gonna get into this position. So the leg slightly out, turned out, and we're gonna do 20 taps. So we're not gonna hold, we're just gonna keep tapping. Now bend, then get your leg out. Yes, and now let's try to keep this position and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, beautiful. Switch legs. Again, first bend, then get your leg out, and then go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Did you feel it here? You feel how that tendon gets tired, right? Did you feel it? So that's what we want to feel when we skate. That's exactly where we want to feel it. So now we're going to do the first push into the crossover. So we're going to do this. We're going to pre-bend. We're going to twist towards your cameras. So I just copy me, yeah. So my screen going to be that window. Right arm in front, left behind. This is our circle. So your computers or your phones are the center of your circle. And we're going to do first push only. So I'm going to show you first. You're going to look outside of your imaginary circle, which is to the right. You're going to pre-bend over your right foot. And then we're going to push and hold for 10 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Step back and again. So when we push, we want to send our hips forward. For that to happen, we want to sit back over our foot. You see how I'm sitting back, I'm starting the push, and then I deliver my weight over my foot. Only after I push and step, my weight gets there. So let's try that. We're going to do it 10 times, holding for 10 counts each. So let's pre-bend over your right foot, look to the right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Step back. And again, bend. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Step back. And again, bend. Keep your arms parallel over the floor. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Step back. Very good. And again, bend. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Now let me watch you. Your leg is a little too low after it left the floor. So you got there, but then you dropped it. That's why you had to readjust. You feel how you were falling back and then you had to move yourself forward again? Remember, the push is the first thing that happens, which helps us to cover, to go through space, yeah, to increase speed. But then, in order for us to sustain this position, we have to have something in front, which is our body and hips, and something behind, holding us over our center, which is our standing leg. If my leg is, yes, that's better. If my leg drops, my upper body follows my leg, and then I'm back. So my leg has to get up to its maximum level without me ruining my structure as far as hips, right? So I pushed, I picked my leg up, and I freeze it, feeling the tension right here. That's what keeps my weight right over my foot as long. So now we're gonna go the other way. Now left hand, we're gonna look to the left, we're gonna bend over our left foot, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Step back. And again, bend. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Step back. Good job. Again, also front arm. We do not want to have this ankle right here. Hand and shoulder. If we twist, our arms just follow our shoulders. They do not initiate the twist. Yeah, so our waist twists, our arms just follow. So we are still open. Just like if you had a hockey stick tied to your back and you move that upper body of yours in one piece, as one unit. Yeah. Again, bend. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very nice. Let me watch you. Let's start with the backward inside counters. So we have two edges. We have backward inside and we have forward inside, right? Backward inside edge entering the counter, which will force us to twist outside of the circle. When we exit the counter, we are on the forward inside edge and we can either face outside of the circle or we can face inside of the circle, depending on the next step. So exiting, we have options. Entering, we don't. So let's work on the entrance first. We're gonna do a simple crossover backwards. This is my screen. So you're gonna do just what I do. So my window is my screen. My circle is right here. I'm gonna prepare for the backward crossover. I'm gonna be facing the circle. I'm gonna step into the circle, keeping my upper body in this position. And now as I cross, I'm gonna twist outside of the circle. Yeah, so let's just work on that. And then push. And now as you twist, keep your upper body on the same, over the same axis, and your arms paddle over the floor. Very nice. Now let me watch all of you. If this is my circle, yeah, so I step, see how my right hand is right over my right hip. Now, as I cross, I'm gonna twist, so my left hand gets over my right. Exactly, that's it. Now you're twisted. Got it? So we figured out the entrance. How do we get our blade to turn? When our upper body twists, it creates a tension on our side muscles, right? So that tension, as we release the twist, gonna force our blade to turn. So our upper body, untwisting, gonna take our blade with it. The second thing that we have to focus on is how to stay over our foot. So how not to tilt forward when that untwisting happens. And that's what we're gonna use our free leg for. So our free leg from there, as our upper body untwists, gonna get to our standing leg. So it's gonna look like this. 1, twist, 2. Now, as I release that twist, I'm gonna bend my left knee and I'm gonna bring my feet together. And that's what's gonna turn me. Okay, so let's try that. And then we're gonna talk about the weight distribution over your blade. So again, your screens are your circles. Bend over your right foot, step into the circle, cross and twist, keeping your arms parallel over the floor. Now release the twist at the same time as you bend your left knee and turn. Beautiful. Okay, now remember that exiting, we have options. We can either exit with the same hand as our standing leg or the opposite. For purpose of trying to do it on the floor, let's try to bring our arms all the way through. So we're gonna end up with the right foot as our standing leg and right hand in front. So we're gonna be facing the circle when we exit. So let's do it one more time. We step into the circle, we cross and twist away from the circle. Now we release the twist, we bend our knee, bringing our feet together, we turn and we exit with the same arm as our standing leg. Now, let's talk about the weight distribution during the turn. We have our blade. The blade has a center, has a topic, and it has a heel, right? When we turn from forward to backwards, we go towards the topic to turn. So if I were to show you what turning forward to backwards feels like, is this. You go through the topic down. So you rock over to the front of your blade and then you turn. You exit backwards, so you don't need to worry about catching the topic. When we turn from backwards to forwards, however, we have to move closer to the heel to turn our blade. Why? If I'm gonna try to do it on the front of my blade, as I skate out, I'm gonna catch my topic and then you won't see me for a couple of weeks, right? So backward counter goes from backward to forward. That means that when we release the twist and bring our foot in, we have to go back. Are you with me? When we turn, let's get on the heel. So flex your standing legs foot here. Flex and roll on your heel. Okay? Very nice. So let's go through our phases. 1 is a step. 2 is the cross and the twist. 3 is the release of the twist and bend of your flexed knee. 4 is going to be the turn on your heel. And 5 is the exit. Yeah. So one more time. So I'm going to count the phases. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Arms flat all over the floor. Bend and go 1. Cross and twist 2. Release the twist, bend your knee 3. Turn your foot 4. Get into the position 5 and hold 6. All right? Can I watch that? Very nice. Now, did you hear me? Did you hear my way of counting? I said 1. There was a pause before 2. Then there was a little bit pause before 3, but there was no pause in between 3 and 4. So I'm gonna count and do, watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So why did I do it this way? Because we can't really pause between the doing our twist and bending our knee and the turn. The order has to be untwist, bend, turn. But there should be no pause in between 3 and 4. Why? Our blade is locked on an inside edge. So when I am untwisting and bending my knee, I start to come up, right? I'm slightly forward. I'm slightly forward just simply because of the nature of that position. I cannot be back, right? So I'm a little bit forward. Now, as my leg bends, I go back to the center. So my blade starts to release the pressure between itself and the floor. So I start to come up on my edge. If I'm gonna freeze in this position, my blade gonna fall onto an outside edge, and then it's not gonna be a counter anymore. So I can't wait there. I have to go 3, 4. See what I mean? So 3, 4 is right after the other. So let's try that again. 1, twist 2, and 3, 4, hold 5, 6. Yeah, let me watch you. Okay, now your free leg position is also important for the clarity of that edge. If I'm on the backward inside edge and my leg is turned out, my edge is going to be shallow. I cannot enter the counter on the shallow curve. I have to increase the depth of the curve, throwing myself onto a very deep inside edge, and then doing the rest of our sequence to force my blade to turn from the clear inside to the clear inside. In order for me to do that deep edge, I have to turn my hip in. So I have to roll out, right? The entire knee has to roll out. So my upper body is rolled out and my hip is rolled this way, okay? So I'm trying to bring my entire structure outside of the circle. For that, I have to turn this leg in before and same thing after, okay? Let's try one more time. And then we're gonna spend a little bit of time in chalk toes. Ready? And step 1, cross and twist 2, and twist, bend 3, turn 4, And 5, 6, keep your leg turned in when it's underneath your leg. Very nice.